Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create Stomp typography styled videos. Now these are really good for creating excitement around a product launch, or if you're doing some kind of special promo, or just bringing out something new in your own business. It's good to create these types of videos. And the reason why they're so effective is that the audio plays a massive part, but also the text changes really quickly. So if you're watching this on social media and the text is changing from slide to slide, if you want to actually find out what it's saying, you need to actually concentrate to see what the text is saying, and it brings you into the video, which is really cool. So it also helps with your branding as well. It makes you look like a pro having these kind of videos. So yeah, let's go ahead into create, and I'm going to show you how to make one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually break down the first 10 to 15 seconds of the create VSL that we used on launch. And I basically made this using some really nice kind of techniques in terms of typography as well as video cuts and things like that. So I'm going to go through, show it to you, and then break it down with you step by step so that you can learn these techniques and then use them in your own videos that you're creating. So let's just preview first of all the start of this video. Cool. So as you can see, it's a really nice looking intro, and everything's moving really fast. So basically the text and the images and the videos are changing according to the beat. So with one of these types of videos, you want to make sure that you've got a really good audio track, and you can either use pop tracks as long as you can really hear like a clear beat with that. But what works best probably are rock tracks or stomp tracks, okay? So let's just preview a couple of these. I'll see which ones are good. That one's a bit fast. That also is a little bit too much. So this one as well you could use. It's quite fast, but they've got quite a lot of nice beats that are really clear for that. This one as well is quite good. And if I go to stomp tracks inside the Pro one over here, you can see if I just play a couple of these. You can really hear the beat. That one's quite a fast beat with that one, so you kind of want to find one that's not too fast, depending on what kind of video you want to create, but something like this, for example. It's got clear beats, and they got like maybe a couple of seconds between each beat, so it gives you a bit more time to make things not so fast, I guess, with your scene changes. So yeah, let's go ahead and create the first part of this. So I'm just going to delete this first of all and create a new track. And I'm going to go grab my audio track. So this is the same one that I used in that video. I'm just going to cut off the first part of that, just drag this across like that and bring it to the start. And what I'm going to do is just zoom in a little bit. It's good to zoom in so you can see the waveform. So with these types of videos, you need to make sure that you can really see the beat. And as you can see at the start, it's quite low. And then when it has like a beat, you can see that it really spikes up over here. So you need to look out for that when you're editing these videos so you can match up your text and your different elements according to these beats, okay? So let's just preview the first part, just bring it down a little bit. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do an intro part, and it's gonna go to about this part where the first kind of main beat, I guess, comes after these kind of ones, but we wanna have a nice, at least 3 seconds, I guess, with the intro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the top, this track. You can either add it to the top or the bottom, and yeah, just match it up with that. So what I'm going to do is create an intro, and I'm going to do the same one as I made for that video. And I've got a video inside Academy showing you how to create this type of intro. But basically what you would do is add a video in the background, and then you want to create a logo mask, okay? And I made this one in Photoshop. So make sure to check out the tutorial about how to create these intros if you want to see how to do that. But yeah, just something like this with your logo, or if you've got like a different type of animation software that creates logo animations, you can just drag and drop an intro like so, like into there. So as I said, about this point where you can see the beat kind of spikes, I'm just going to cut at that point. So I'm just going to cut this here and this here, and delete these parts here. So let's just preview that. Cool. So you can see that at that point it kind of cuts off. I'm just going to maybe zoom in a little bit closer and see a bit better to make sure that I'm well in line with that beat. Okay, cool. So the beat's about there. So I might just cut this about there. That looks good. Cool. So the next thing I want to do is add a shape to the bottom, so like a background color, and then also some text. So I'm going to go over to the Elements tab and go to Images and click on Add Shape and just drag this shape out like so. And I'm just going to bring this shape, I'll just bring this timeline up a little bit actually, and bring this down to the bottom. Whoops, drag it down there like so. And I'm going to change this background color to orange. So I just got like a nice color code for that, an orange one. And yeah, so after that, it goes to this. And what I'm going to do is grab some text and click on Add Text. Whoops, drag this down over there. And type in U. And I'll go and change that text font to Equestrial. And I'll make it about 200 and center that in like so. Okay, cool. So it goes from there. And let's just preview that so you can see this so far. So you can see again another beat goes at about this point. So what I'm going to do is just cut this text and change that text. So I should bring it across and type in can. And then I'll see when the next beat comes in and I'll change that text again. Cool. So you can see it's right there where that beat comes in. So I'm just going to cut this text, and I'm also going to cut the shape at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is change the text color to orange, and I'm going to change the background color to white, and I'm going to change the text. Okay, cool. So this is a simple change, but it actually adds a really nice kind of dimension to this text. So it goes from white text on orange background again, and then it changes to orange text on a white background, okay? So it goes from like this, and about this point, I'm going to go through and cut this, and I'm going to add that emoji, okay? The animated emoji like in that video. But what I'm going to do is just keep this text, because after the animated emoji, I'm going to go through and add a slide with some text. So I'm just going to leave that there just for the sake of saving some time. So I'm going to go grab the animated emoji, this one here, just drag it up like that, and then make it a bit bigger, whoops, like so. And if I just scale this down and place it in the middle over here. So yeah, I'm going to have this on for a bit. Let's just play that so we can see where we're up to right now. Okay, cool. So you can see again over here, it goes up a bit there. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit closer so I can see it a bit better. Okay, so about there, I'm just going to cut this. And I'm just going to bring this background over here, and again, the text over here. So it goes, you can create, and it's like mind-blowing. And then it's going to say video courses. And I'll bring the text down, and again, position it in the middle. A bit bigger like that. And what I'm going to do is get a different color for this one. So I'm just going to get this blue color that I've got. And actually I'm going to make the text color white and the background blue like that, okay? So you can create video courses. And again, with that beat, you can see it goes up again. So I'm just going to cut this like this and cut that again. And you can see a lot of, like, all of the editing we're doing is based on the audio and when the beat changes. So you can basically add in anything. So if it's videos you want to add for the next scene, you just add it to the beat. You kind of want to have your text on at least for maybe half a second or so. If it's like just a real, couple of split seconds, it's going to be quite hard for people to read. So with this amount of time, you can see this, the first text stays on from 3:05 to, so nearly 1 second, just under 1 second. And the next one's about half a second, and again the other one's about half a second as well. So yeah, you want probably your text to be on for at least about half a second, I guess, for that. So keep that in mind. So what I'm going to do now is add that image of the background. So this is where I've got the, I'll bring this up a little bit. I've got the laptop and kind of an image with a video playing of like someone who's recording their webcam and their screen. So what I'm going to do is create that. So I basically added a background image, and then I'm going to go grab, and I'm just going to cut this actually about, so it's not too long. And I'm also going to grab a MacBook image like that. And again, I'll cut this, delete that, bring this across. So yes, bring this across a bit like that. And what I'm going to do is drag this out like so. And I'm going to go grab a shape. So I'm going to go to my images, add shape. And for this one, I'm going to recreate like what it would look like to have like a PowerPoint presentation. So if you recorded your screen and your webcam, it would look like something like this. So I'm just going to go add that color like so, and add some text. I might just go grab this one actually and just drag it down here. Okay, so something like that. You could change up the text if you want, but I'll just leave it like that for now. And for this one, I just used a video clip just to make it, it looks like she's recording your webcam. So put it over like that. And whoops, I'll bring this across. Okay, like that. Okay, cool. So if I just mask that, you can see it a bit better. It looks a bit nicer. But yeah, something like that looks quite cool. And yeah, so it goes from, you can create video courses. Oh, whoops, I need to bring this across. And, oh, where did I put that shape? Oh, there's the shapes up here. So just bring this down. Okay, cool. So yeah, it goes from you can create video courses, and then after a beat, it kind of changes to the full screen. So I'll just see where that beat is. So about there, it kind of beats. So I'm just going to cut the text over here and the shape, and I'll cut that as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is drag this out. And when it comes to that beat, what I'm going to do is make this full screen. So it kind of changes from seeing the laptop kind of point of view to actually just seeing the PowerPoint presentation like so. Okay, so just bring this up like that, and the webcam like so. Okay, so it goes from, you create video courses like that, and it goes boom like that. Okay, so it's just simple cuts that make really good impacts when you can like change the size and yeah, kind of play around with it like that. So let's just preview this from the start. If I go back over to the start and just drag this across. So this is what I've created so far. I'll just play this. And you keep going on from there, but you can kind of see the main techniques that I've been using, just basically cutting the text and the images and the videos and aligning them up with the actual beat. So when you can see the spike in the audio, you basically, align the text with that. So I hope this helped you out to learn some new techniques that you can use in your video creation with creating typography styled videos. And yeah, go on to the next video and I'll show you more about video creation.